Ophelia, walking here, gracious, so please you, we will bestow ourselves. Read on this book. That show of such an exercise may color your loneliness. We are oft to blame in this, 'tis too much fruit, that with devotions this visage and pious action we do sugar over the devil himself.
O 'tis true, how smart a lash that speech doth give my conscience. The harlot's cheek, beautied with plastering art, is not more ugly to the thing that helps it, than is my deed to my most painted world, O heavy burden.
I hear him coming, let's withdraw, my lord.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and errors of outrageous fortune, or to take the arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing in them, to die, to sleep no more, and by sleep to say we end the heartache, the thousand natural shocks, the flesh's hair, to 'tis consummation, devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep perchance to dream, aye, there's the rub, for in that sleep of death what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life, for who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns, the patience, the merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin, who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have, than fly to others we know not of. Thus conscience does make coward of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with a pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment with disregard, their currents turn away, and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph in thy orisons, be all my sins remembered.
How does your honor do for this many a day?
I humbly thank you well.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have long longed to revere. I pray you now receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you all.
My honored lord, you know right well you did, and with them words of so sweet breath compose as much the things more rich their perfume lost. Take these again for the noble mind. Rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind there, my lord.
Ha ha! Are you honest?
My lord?
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have become commemorance then with honesty?
Aye, truly, for the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bawd than the force of honesty can translate beauty into its likeness. This was sometime a paradox, but now a time gives it proof. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me, for virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock, but we shall relish of it. I love you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I myself indifferent, but yet I could accuse me of such things that it were better my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offenses at my beck than thoughts to put them in. Imagination to give them shape, or time to act them in. What should such fellows as I do crawling between earth and heaven? We are errant knaves all. Believe none of us. Go thy ways to a nunnery. Where's your father?
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house. Farewell.
Oh, help him, you sweet heavens.
If thou dost marry, I'll give thee this plague for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow, thou shalt not escape calumny. Get thee to a nunnery, farewell, or if thou wilt needs marry, marry a fool. For wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. To a nunnery go, and quickly too. Farewell.
Heavenly powers, restore him.
I have heard of your paintings too. Well enough, God hath given you one face, and you make yourselves another. You jig and amble, and you list. You nickname God's creatures, and make your wantonness, your ignorance go to. I'll know more on it. It hath made me mad. I say we will have no more marriage, thou that married already. All but one shall live, the rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery go.
3.
Oh, what a noble mind is here a throne, the court of soldiers, scolders' eye, tongue, and sword. Acceptancy and rose of the fair state, the glass of fashion, and the mold of form. Observed of all the observes, quiet down, and I of ladies most deject and wretched, that sucked the honey out of his muscular vows. Now see that noble and most sovereign reason, like sweet bells jangled, out of time and harsh, that unmatched form and stature of blown youth, blasted with ecstasy, oh woo is me. I see what I have seen, see what I see.
Love, his affections do not that way tend, nor what he spoke, though it lacked form a little, was not like madness. There's something in his soul, or which his melancholy sits on broad, and I do doubt the hatch and the disclose will be some danger, which for to prevent I have in quick determination. Thus set it down, he shall with speed to England, for the demand of our neglected tribute, haply the seas and countries different, with variable objects shall expel. This something settled matter to in his heart, whereon his brain still beating puts him thus, from fashion to himself, what think you on?
It shall do well, but yet do I believe the origin and commencement of his grief sprung from neglected love. How now, Ophelia? You need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, do as you please, but if you hold it fit after the play, let his queen mother all alone entreat him to show his grief. Let her be round with him, and I'll be placed, so please you, in the ear of all their conference. If she find him not, to England send him, or confine him where your wisdom best shall think.
It shall be so, madness in great ones must not unwatched go.